Hello everybody and welcome back to the Reverting Collector's channel today for the transformation guide on Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. So we're going to kick the easiest one out right in the beginning. So to go from Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus to Delta Magnus, you quite literally rip Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus's head off and put... there we go. Thing is tight on there. You put Delta Magnus's head on there. You can put a red insignia there if you want. I don't have any labels for that, so I'm not going to. And I prefer this as Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus. But to go back from Delta Magnus to Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, we can just rip this head off and put this head back on. Probably the easiest transformation there is. It's all parts forming. This whole figure parts forms. But now to get from robot mode to core robot mode, so let's call this Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus to Magna Convoy. You want to take these these wrist flaps, they open up and then just slide off. You can go ahead and close those, set them aside. Come around to the back and you can pull these flaps down, pull these off, and set those aside. While we're up here, you can pull this tab off here. You can flip, let's leave that for vehicle mode, I guess. Pull this up and detach this whole section back here. Set that aside. Push that in. Actually, no, pop that out. Slide this up. Pop that in. There we go. Then just take the legs off and push those aside as well. Got a whole bunch of pieces here. Okay, now you can disconnect the shoulders. Pull this whole section forward here. Open this up, flip his head out, push this back, connect that all back up, connect his arms into place, and fold his little heels out. So there we have Magna Convoy, or just Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus, or Delta Magnus in core robot mode. Although, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Delta Magnus was white. But I might be wrong. I don't know. Or red? I don't know. But that's it there. So to get core robot from robot to vehicle mode, it's very simple. You just fold the little heel spurs in. Oh, I forgot. Here, you want to pull this out and flip that around. There you go. That's for core robot mode. But then you bring these up, and there's little tiny tabs right there that'll go into a little slot in there. They just catch there and then peg together. You can then come back here. You can pop the shoulders back and kind of slide this whole section forward. That will allow this whole section to come down. Then you can spin this, actually leave it this way, because you want to open this up and put the head in there. Close that back up, spin it around, and push it forward. And then with the arms, you just bend them 90 degrees at the elbow and bring them back. These big tabs will go into those slots right there. There we go. And there we go. And that's it. That is Magna Convoy vehicle mode, or just the core robot. Now to get him to his final vehicle mode, get this aside. You can bring all of these robot armor pieces back in here. Let's start with this piece here. You want to take this silver section, flip it out, and take this section, flip that back, then just kind of set that aside. You want to take these, take the little rockets off of either of these, or both of these, and then fold these sections all the way out, and see one has a big tab, one has a slot. You want to kind of hook those together, and this little section here, you take the robot and see how it's got those clips up on top. You want these tabs on the higher side, and that will slide right over there like that. Set that aside. You can then take these two, make sure they're closed, and put them where they have the point in the middle and the two holes there. And you want to put these this way on those two pegs there. So one right there, one right there. Then you can take the legs and pop it off right there and flip this entire panel out. You can take this, flip this upside down so the head is facing down. You want to take this little silvery section. There's a tab right there and a little half slot right there. It'll kind of just grab in like that. Just kind of hold that still, line this up. These two tabs will grab at the same time, right here and right here. So just kind of get those on there. And then this side you can just hook it right here, but you need it open for later. Then I take this rocket with the peg coming out the bottom left and put it right here. Then you take this leg, do the same thing, unfold this whole thing, peg it in down here, and the two halves of the legs will peg together. Then grab these, right there and right there. And then take this one, put it right there. You can then take his big gun and put it right here. And then you take this whole piece here and that little clip and tab right there. You want to clip in right there and tab in right there. So clip right there, tab right there. Kind of see how that works. Fold this whole section over and clip and tab on this side. Clip, tab, and then you can fold this whole section down. And these little tabs in here, if you can see that, if it'll focus, these tabs in here will grab just in here, like that. And that is him in his full vehicle mode. This thing's got a lot of steps to it. Now to get from full vehicle back to core vehicle, you just pull this up. And this part's a pain here. You just kind of want to untab those. And then if you can wiggle it out, that's fine. You might have to mess with these parts, but just kind of untab the whole thing out from under there. That's just the trailer. Set that aside. That's it, going back to core robot vehicle mode, I suppose. But now to transform this guy back into his robot mode, you want to unpeg these sections here. Unpeg the legs and bring them down. This whole section you want to kind of spin around. Leave that on that side. Once you have it around, bring the shoulders back and bring the cab section forward. Flip the head out, bring that back. Slide this back section up. Tab the arms in and push this whole section back. And flip his heels out. So that is back to core robot. Now to go back to full Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus mode, you want to take his gun off and his two rockets off. And then here, you want to lift at this section, open these two doors, and get these pieces off. Split them in half. And you want the little gray flaps on back, so they go this way. Let's put that on right there. Put that on right there. And in the back here, that little tab will grab into that slot. So just like that. And then you want to take these rockets and have them going this way, I believe. Let's check that. Is that the correct orientation? Yes. Okay. So you want them going this way. And they did paint over these in black, so like you can kind of see there's some stress marks on mine, but just be careful with it. So, and before you get much further, you're going to want to untab these, slide this all forward, spin the head back into there, close that back up, and then tab that down. And then while it's still pulled apart here, slide the back section down again, clip that back, pull this down, spin it around, clip it up. That is the Ultra Magnus mode there. So now that you're at that point, I'm going to come into here. You can wiggle these sections off and open them up while you're at it. And these will go, the flap will go like toward the robot with the peg right here. And you want the little rounded off, or like squared off side at the elbow, and the diagonal side toward the wrist. So this will go right there, and then close it up. And there is a post inside there that grabs that hole right there. So just do that on both sides, close it up. Now you can fold his little heels up, and he's not really going to be able to stand too well, but he might. So then you take this and pop it off right here, and that'll kind of disconnect the whole thing. Just got to be careful not to break anything. There we go. And then separate it back here, and that'll just section off there. So take each leg and take this back panel, fold it this way, fold this halfway that way, fold this all the way that way, open it up, fold this in that way, and this here all hooks around and grabs onto these various tabs back here, just like that. And you'll see that little clip right in there, as well as a couple other tabbing spots in there, like there, that just slides over his leg and tabs in. So do that with the other one. So all the way, halfway, all the way, and like that. Tab it in. That goes right there. Then you take this section here, and you're going to fold the silver section in and fold this back part down. And you see these little clips right here. Those will clip onto this section here. So clip it like that and then slide it down as far as it'll go. Fold this section down, and these two red tabs will grab on the top of the shoulders like that. And then these two silver tabs will grab on that silver stripe there. Just like that. And that is it. That is all the different modes of this thing. There's so many. But I hope that guide helped you out if you don't already have this figure. But if you enjoyed it, let me know with a like, comment, and subscribe. All that fun stuff. And have a good night.